Previously on Spenelli Speaks. I got my books and treasure box. Hi everyone, Danny here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing February's bullet journal. And I'm pretty excited because I'm really happy on how this has all been turning out. So I, of course, have shown you all of my 2021 and then getting into January here, but yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. So I'm excited to get into February now, and you can see I've done all of my drawings as far as my pencil drawings, and we will get into each page from there. So I have clearly picked turtles, which are just so adorable. They just really are, and I'm super excited. So I hope you enjoy my February bullet journal. So I ended up getting some new markers, and you'll see I have plenty of colors now. They're still the dual brush, so they have the fine tip and the brush tip. So they will still probably force me to color out of the lines, but that's okay. I, of course, will trace everything that I have here in pencil with the black marker. I just like the nice dark detail, and it's something that I can, you know, color inside of. So, like I said, for February, I did decide to go with these turtles with hearts for, you know, Valentine's Day. I don't really celebrate Valentine's Day, but I just like the idea of, you know, love and happiness for my little turtles here. I just kind of went online and tried to find like easy to draw turtles, and then I wanted to put some hearts into their tortoise shells, so I kind of just went with that. I think it turned out kind of nice. You'll notice in some places I totally don't even follow what I did. Like there, I kind of totally messed up the tortoise shell, but as you can see, I just kind of go with it, and once I erase everything, it'll be just fine. This is probably my favorite turtle. I thought he was so cute, and like I was surprised at how easy it was to finally get him going. And you'll notice this is one of the tortoise shells that I totally just decided I didn't like the way I did it in pencil, and I went with the more rounded shell. So I think it turned out kind of nice. What's really nice about these markers is that they have a ton of colors, so there's a lot of shades that I can pick from. So I like that I have the opportunity to, you know, make different colors in each spread. And you'll notice as I go through, I kind of pick different colors throughout, trying to stay in that idea of more romantic-y. What I mean is like girly colors, and I know that's so silly because it's like gender-fying some colors here, but I guess just more of these feminine love colors. I do pick up some purples and blues later on too, because blue is my favorite color, so I like to use those. And of course, all of my markers always bleed through because I haven't picked the right markers, but they work for me, and that's all that matters. Moving on to my TBR page, I really like the idea that I kind of came up with this past month where I change my rating system, and I keep that here on my TBR page, which really has been such a blessing. After the whole month, you know, during the month I will put down all of my TBR items here, and it's helped because then I don't have to go back and think like, oh gosh, what did I read, what did I think about it. I've been writing it in as I go, which has been so helpful. So I really like that I have this TBR page, and I noticed later on that I needed some room for stats, meaning once I have it all written in, like what was the overall stats for the month. So stats would include like how many nonfiction, how many fiction, how many 5 stars, 4 stars, and so on. So I'm glad that I put in that stats section, because last month I kind of just put it on the bottom and it was really kind of messy. I'm also glad that I put in that Buddy Reads portion in the front of my bullet journal, because it's really kept me on track on remembering who I am buddy reading with and when. So it's nice that I can write those in right away, as well as some of the books that I intended to read from my 21 books for 2021, as well as some other books that I just really wanted to read this month. And then you'll see I pulled from my ideas page, which I really should have put that in my notes section, because that ideas was more for the whole year, whereas the notes was for the previous or the next month. So I kind of messed that up, but oh well. And here I'm just putting in, you know, if it is a owned or borrowed book, and then the format of the book itself. So for my whole TBR, just kind of gives me an idea of what I am reading. Still gonna be doing my bingo page. I really liked how that kept me on task as far as trying to do different formats, as well as keeping my reading diverse. You'll see later I kind of missed a couple of them last month. So I'm trying to do better this month, and obviously whatever I missed this month, I will try to do better in the month after that. So I really like this page and how it keeps me on task to a certain extent. So this turned out nice. I really like that I used the heart for the O. It just looks really cute, and yeah, it's just kind of goes with the theme. So yeah, looking back, I totally missed the readathon, my 20 of 2021. I mean, I got a lot in that middle section, but overall, I missed the boat on a few. So I don't remember if I did this last time, but I don't recall that I did, but I needed a space to put my buddy reads for each month, because I wanted a place to have that so that I knew who I was buddy reading with more closely into the bullet journal where I was looking more frequently, as well as somewhere where I could put like the schedule, because each buddy read is a little bit different. Some buddy reads are only a week long, some are through the whole month, some have a specific reading schedule, some kind of had lives planned. So I needed a space where I could write more detail. The original buddy reads page kind of just lists all the buddy reads in general, whereas this one will give me more space to write down the buddy read as well as what our schedule is going to be. So I was happy to add this to my February journaling. So in February, I am reading Famous Nathan with Kim over at Bookmarks and Breadsticks. We decided to do that in thirds. And then I'm also going to be reading Wizard of Oz with Charlie over at Bookish Raider. That is such a short book that we actually only are reading over the course of 1 week with some live shows scheduled, which is nice. And then, of course, my year-long buddy read with Laura over at Book Bubbler. This month, it's The Mask of the Black Tulip, and we read every Sunday evening, so that should be in like 100-page increments. I do have a buddy read set with Melissa over at Melissa Reads on Instagram. Not sure if we'll get to that. We may have to hold on that one for now. Then as we pop on over to the next side of this spread, BP standing for Booktube Prize. So I am participating in the Booktube Prize this year, and this round I am in the nonfiction group. So I'm trying to get at least 3 books read this month in February, as the ratings are due by the end of March. I won't be able to share anything about the books until the round has been rated, but this is where I'm going to put my kind of thoughts, so that when I do go in and rate those books, the ideas will be fresh and written down, recorded, so that I can make a proper decision on rating. So I thought it would be nice to have added that to my journal for those books. of course we have our posting schedule, and February is actually a shorter month with only 28 days, but still a pretty packed month. Have a couple of things planned and want to make sure I get all of my video upload dates on here. I'm thinking at some point I probably should try to integrate a few other things that I'm not been paying attention to, but this month I think I'm just going to try to get all of my videos on here, as well as the reading schedule for my buddy reads, and then any readathons that I'm participating in. I might even put in Krista from Books and Jams. I always like to get in on her lives, so I might put hers in there as well. Yeah, I don't know what I did here. I was trying to like freehand one of the turtles and it totally didn't work. So we got a really weird head there, and oh well. So I'm pretty sure I just messed up the counting on this coloring, but there's no really going back here, so it's going to be not correct, and that's okay because I will be the only one that notices. the last page in February will be the notes page. I really didn't do any turtles on this page because I think at this point I was pretty tired of turtles. And if you do not do bullet journals, there's a lot that goes into this. So I think at this point I was just like, I have this last page, I think I'm good to go. You'll notice I started coloring before I had my tracing in there, so I had to go back and do that so that it had a nice black line on there. It didn't really matter all too much. I later have to go in and just fix the N a little bit, but it all worked out in the end. So you'll see there I just kind of had to tuck in a few of the pieces that it missed because my tracing isn't the best. But it's okay. It all turns out really nice. At least I think it turns out really nice. So for a final flip through, February has all my lovely little turtles, and I think they turned out really nice. My TBR page is going to be a great help this month. I hope I can get to reading all of those books, and this stats section is going to be awesome. Bingo, I'm really hoping I can get all of the squares covered because that would be awesome. I love how my Buddy Reads page turned out. That's probably my favorite turtle on the bottom there. They really turned out cute. I think this Booktube prize page is going to really help me when it comes down to rating those books. I'm so happy I actually put down like Buddy Read schedules on my posting schedule. I think that's going to keep me on track. And that turtle, I don't know, whatever. This notes page will be nice for when I need to start making up my March TBR. I just have to remember to use it. Well, until next time, guys, I hope you're reading something great, taking care and staying safe. And you know how it goes. Happy reading. Bye. Next time on Spenelli Speaks, The Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum.